Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. So glad you could join me today. Going to do a devotional with you and break open the Bible and get some wisdom for living. There's no better place to go for ready to consume godly wisdom than the wisdom literature parts of the Bible. So, back in the Old Testament, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Song of Solomon, Ecclesiastes, those are what's called wisdom literature. So, let's go. We're going to be in Ecclesiastes today. So Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 4 says this. Then I observed that most people are motivated to success because they envy their neighbors. But this too is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Fools fold their idle hands, leading them to ruin. And yet, better to have one handful with quietness than two handfuls with hard work and chasing the wind. All right, so right here we got the simple idea that a lot of people are motivated to chase after wealth because they're envious of what somebody else has. And if you remember back in the earlier in the Old Testament, the 10 Commandments, the good old 10 Commandments, one of those is thou shalt not covet. And it just means basically that you shouldn't be really wanting what somebody else has, whether it's their house or their wife or whatever. Basically, you need to be content with where you are and not be chasing after what other people have. So that's the whole commandment thing. And right here, it just kind of lays it out. It says this is why we chase after, because we want what we don't have. We want what somebody else has, is even more specific. And he goes on and he says, gives us basically two proverbs in this. It says, fools fold their idle hands, leading them to ruin. So yeah, right there, I mean, everyone knows if you don't work, you don't get money, you're not going to get rich not doing anything. The world doesn't work that way. So we get that one. Verse 6, he adds another one and says, and yet, better to have one handful with quietness than two handfuls with hard work and chasing the wind. He uses this phrase, chasing the wind, a lot in the book of Ecclesiastes, and it's just meant to be something that shows it's an utterly pointless and a waste of time. You can chase after the wind, but you're not going to catch it. And what are you going to do once you do catch it, you know? So regardless, this idea that it's better to have just enough, that one handful it talks about, and quietness, or perhaps I should say peace, than it is to go striving, just dragging yourself to work all day, every day, 6, 7 days a week, trying to get the almighty dollar so that you can get the things that you're wanting. He says again, it's chasing after the wind. It says it's better to have enough, that one handful with peace, than it is to have two handfuls with hard work and chasing after the wind. And so I just want to encourage you, because this is a theme we see a lot in the Bible. God just telling us, okay, you stop, back it up, and let's just be content with what you got. There's a lot of godliness that comes from that simple concept. Not easy, but man, it is simple. You just need to be content with what you've got. Not be striving for more, because there's always more. I mean, if you're a millionaire, well, there's the billionaire level. Somebody someday is going to be the first trillionaire. So, guys, regardless, it's not that having success is a bad thing. I don't think that's what it's saying at all. I mean, you look at what it says. It says, I believe most people are motivated to success because they envy their neighbors. It's not that success is a bad thing. It's why. And that's what God's always concerned with. Why? So, I just want to encourage you. By all means, aim for success. I mean, I don't want you to fail at whatever it is that you're doing, but let's try to be content with what we got, okay? All right. That's what I had for you. I love you. I'll see you next time.